welcome to PumpkinSwap, a decentralized exchange on the NEO blockchain. So to get started, you will need to connect a wallet. And in this case, we want to swap some gas for Pumpkin, but any trusted token is going to show up in this little bar. And even if there is one that doesn't show up, you can still add it by pasting the script hash up there. And if it's and that is if you trust the contract. So in this case, we want to transfer it to Pumpkin, and in this case, we need to update the slippage tolerance because there's not a lot of liquidity in the gas Pumpkin pool. You can update the transaction, and you can also disable multi-op, so it only goes through one liquidity pool and not more than one. But we want to transfer 200 gas, and we'll swap 200 gas, and we'll get this. You can see the exchange rate, and if you open it, you can see how much you expect to get and the minimum received after the slippage and your liquidity fee. But you can also see that it goes straight from gas to Pumpkin, so it doesn't go through multiple pools. So if we transfer this, done, and you can also see, there's a message saying your transaction has been broadcasted to the network, and you can check the progress on NeoTube if you wish. But we want to go to the utilities section, so we want to create a new NEP17 token. And in this case, I want to create mouse, and the decimal is still going to be 18, but the supply is going to be 100 billion. And farmer is our name, and that is it. So now we want to deploy this token. So now we've basically created a new token, and this is our contract script hash, so we can also check that on NeoTube. So if we just enter that, here's our contract mouse. So let's go ahead and create a new liquidity pool. We have mouse selected, and we want to use Pumpkin. And let's deploy this pool. Done. In this case, there is nothing to show that it has been deployed, but that is to fix later. So now if we go back to the section, we can add a liquidity with Pumpkin and our mouse contract. So we select it, add the contract name, and it just says this contract has not been verified, proceed at your own risk. So you confirm it, select it, and now you can see that it says you are the first liquidity provider. The ratio of tokens you will add will set the price of this pool. So we want to add all of our, or almost all of our Pumpkin, and in this case it is, let's just add 90,000, and let's add not all of it, but 10 billion. Actually, let's make it 1 billion. So let's add the liquidity. Yes. Done. And then it will let us know that the transaction has been broadcast to the network, and it may take up to 15 seconds to process. And you can check it if you wish, but we are not interested. So if you go back to the liquidity pool, all the pools, you can see your position is now mouse Pumpkin. So we've added liquidity to this pool, and the total supply is 9 million. Your position is, we are all the shares are ours, and the total mouse and the total Pumpkin, which is in this pool. So we can also go to add all the liquidity pools, and we can see everything in here, and also our own pool which we just deployed. If we check it, you can see more info on this pool. So total supply, the mouse, pumpkin, and the locked supply. In this case, we have not locked any liquidity, but let's do that. So we go here, we have the mouse, pumpkin, liquidity. Let's lock something. Let's lock. That should be good. Let's lock it for 1,000 days. But the little message saying the minimum of 3 years is recommended. And even in this case, if we just make it 1, a minimum of 80% is recommended to lock up, just so the community is happy. So we lock it. Done. Q. It's going to be another confirmation message later to show that you have locked something, so you don't try to unlock it again. But if you now go to the liquidity pool, and it takes a little bit of time before it updates, but our pumpkin, there it is, mouse, pumpkin, and you can see in here all the green is the locked up liquidity and the red is the circulating supply, which is not locked up. So you can also see the owner, who's the liquidity lockup, the amount that they have locked up, and for how many days. So the lock supply and the total mouse, total pumpkin, which is locked up. And if you go back to lock liquidity, you can see, yeah, you have added this, and you can unlock this on the 1st of the 30. So if that is it for pumpkins, well, provide liquidity pool staking, and staking is not implemented yet, but will come later. And you can also see your positions in here, so you can see your shares of the pool is lap 4%, but that is because you've locked up a lot of it, so this is going to be updated later. And how much mouse and pumpkin you can get back for the supply that you currently have your position, but later it will show your lock supply as well, so you can see all of your tokens. But you can also remove liquidity. This is for the amount that you currently have, so you can choose the amount you want to remove. So 25, 50, 70, or 100%. In this case, we're just going to remove 25%, and this is what we will receive. Mouse, and the minimum, that is with the slippage tolerance. So if we remove that amount, yes, confirm, done, and you can check the progress on YouTube when you're done. But that was it for Pumpkin Swap. Thank you.